Welcome in. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. Glad to have you along. It's time now to take a look at your latest local news from around the region with your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your news today is brought to you by your four-time award-winning local newspaper of the year. It's the Newberry News. Let's check out this week's front page headlines. America 250, looking back on local celebrations from the 4th of July weekend. The Bay Mills Indian community has announced they're hosting their first ever Whitefish Festival. Local school districts have set calendars for the 2026-2027 school year. Engadines Board of Education is interviewing superintendent candidates tonight. Parasitic diarrhea is starting to strike Michigan. Local road projects are causing chaos in the summer commute. Could that next bite expose you to rabies? Those stories and more available inside this week's edition of your award-winning Newberry News. It's available now. In your latest local news, the Village of Newberry is reminding candidates who are considering running for village council vacancies the upcoming filing deadline date. That'll be July 21st. It's the final day that you'll be able to enter the race as a presidential, clerical, or trustee candidate for the Village of Newberry. It's also the filing deadline date for local school board candidates to file their paperwork as well. The Village of Newberry will have multiple positions on the ballot in the November election, a 2-year term for village president, a 2-year term for the village clerk, and 3 trustee seats. Those trustee vacancies will be filled in the election with the 2 top candidates in terms of votes getting elected to 4-year terms and a candidate receiving the 3rd highest number of votes being elected for a 2-year term. Again, that filing deadline for local elections is Tuesday, July 21st with a 4 p.m. entry time. Interested citizens should contact the McMillan Township Clerk to confirm eligibility requirements, obtain required paperwork, confirm their filing deadlines. The Village of Newberry also seeking to fill a trustee vacancy that would serve until that November election. Village of Newberry currently has 1 open village council seat. A person appointed to that position would serve through November 20th of this year before the seat becomes up for election on the November ballot. Candidates must be 18 years of age and live within the village limits. Any individual meeting the criteria can submit a completed pre-appointment questionnaire, which is available from the Village of Newberry office or villageofnewberry.com for deadline information and ways to apply for the village council trustee vacancy. And for more information on upcoming election deadlines, check out this week's latest edition of your award-winning Newberry News. A 2-vehicle crash on US 2 near St. Ignace on Sunday resulted in 1 driver suffering serious injuries after a vehicle caught on fire following a collision. On July 5th at approximately 5:51 p.m., troopers from the Michigan State Police St. Ignace Post responded to a crash on US 2 near Boulevard Drive. Troopers arrived to find a Toyota Highlander that had significant front-end damage near the intersection and a Chevy Silverado that had crashed into a nearby car wash. The driver of the Silverado was trapped inside the vehicle with his foot pinned on the accelerator, causing the engine to continue running, filling the building with heavy smoke. Shortly after the accident, the vehicle actually caught fire while trapped inside the car wash. Troopers began fire suppression efforts, but had difficulties due to the vehicle's positioning inside the car wash. A volunteer firefighter arrived on scene and used a pickup truck to pull the burning Silverado from the building. Once the vehicle was removed, troopers continued working to keep the fire from spreading to the passenger compartment till the St. Ignace Fire Department could arrive and extinguish the fire. After the fire was extinguished, firefighters used extrication tools to free the man from the Silverado. He was transported by Straits Area EMS to the Mackinac Straits Health System with serious injuries. Preliminary crash investigations show that the Chevy Silverado was attempting to turn onto US 2 from a gas station entrance when it failed to yield to the Highlander, which was traveling westbound on US 2. The Highlander struck the driver's side of the Silverado, causing the pickup truck to leave the roadway, crash into the nearby car wash. The driver of the Silverado was a 69-year-old St. Ignace man who again sustained serious injuries. The Highlander was driven by a 43-year-old Akron, Ohio man who had an adult female and 2 juvenile passengers. The Highlander driver was not injured, but 3 passengers reported non-life-threatening injuries were transported by Emmett County EMS to McLaren Northern Michigan Hospital. The Michigan State Police St. Ignace Post says the crash remains under investigation. Schoolcraft Memorial Hospital has announced they are making an investment to help possibly save lives in their community. 2 new life-saving Lucas CPR devices will help the Schoolcraft Memorial Hospital and local emergency care technicians provide service to the local community. Schoolcraft Memorial Hospital saying in a release that it's strengthening its emergency response capabilities. The purchase of 2 Lucas mechanical chest compression devices that will enhance life-saving care both within the hospital and across the community. The Lucas device is an advanced mechanical CPR system designed to deliver consistent, high-quality chest compressions during a cardiac arrest. By automating the critical function, it ensures uninterrupted compressions at the correct depth and rate, while allowing emergency responders to focus on other essential life-saving duties. In rural communities throughout Michigan's Upper Peninsula, where time, distance, and staffing challenges can impact emergency response, the technology could play a vital role in improving outcomes. To get more information on the investment from Schoolcraft Memorial Hospital and more on their Lucas CPR devices that will help improve care for the community, go to the Schoolcraft website at scmh.org. The Manistee Varsity Co-op hockey team is raising money with their annual Bridge Walk and Duck Race. You could win $2,500 in cash off of just one $5 ticket. Now you can purchase many more to improve your chances. Every ticket purchased helps proceeds going to the Manistee Varsity Co-op hockey program. You don't have to be present to win. Ducks will be numbered and then dropped in the river as they'll race their way to Lake Michigan. The event will take place on Labor Day, Monday, September 7th. The duck race will begin at 2 p.m. with a finish line at the Manistee boat launch. Winners will be announced at 4 p.m. at the Flatiron Brewery on Harborview Drive in Manistee. Get more information by contacting local hockey players or parents or going to the Manistee Varsity Hockey Co-op Facebook page. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. That's your latest local news. It is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your news today brought to you by your 4-time award-winning local newspaper of the year. It's the Newberry News. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. The latest edition of your award-winning Newberry News is available now. Time now to check in with sports. Newberry Youth Football Camp returns for the summer season, with the first of 3 sessions starting today. This year's Youth Football Camp will be spread out over the next 3 Wednesdays, July 8th, 15th, and 22nd. Camp times are 4 until 5:30 at the Newberry High School football field. It is open to grades 4th through 8th. All skill levels are welcome. Anyone from surrounding communities also invited. Proceeds from the $25 entry fee for the youth football camp go to benefit to Quamanana Area Youth Football for its upcoming season. Tigers topped the Athletics by a score of 6-2. Tarek Skubal only went 5 innings but was sharp, struck out 9 and only walked 2, while giving up just 1 earned run. Tigers are inching closer to being back at 500. They're 41-50 on the season. Colt Keith helped lead the way. He got things started in the first inning with a big 2-run home run as the Tigers never trailed. Your latest local weather forecast: showers and thunderstorms likely. Mostly cloudy, highs upper 70s today. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, gradually becoming sunny. Highs will be in the upper 70s. Friday, sunny. We warm back up. Highs in the mid to upper 80s. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. Have a great day. It is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM.
Covering stories that interest the community, readers have come to depend on the Newberry News. Subscribe to the digital edition for early Wednesday morning access or get the print edition delivered to your doorstep. The Newberry News, your news and information leader.